Let us write an algorithm to find the sum of numbers in a list. What do we mean by list? List means a group of numbers are given to us. We call them generally elements. So a group of elements are given to us. We are supposed to find their sum, and we are going to use while loop here also. So to find sum of elements or numbers or values in a list. So how can we find the sum? It is very easy. Say suppose I am having a list of numbers. For example, I am having in this list I am having for example 4 numbers I am taking. Say 2, 5, 3 and 10. These are the numbers I am taking in this list, and let me take the list as L. So if you are taking this list as L, list means a group of numbers, a group of elements. Generally we start counting the elements from 0 onwards. For example, this element we will represent by L0, and this element we will represent by, we will show by L1, and here this element is L2, and this element is L3. That means L0, that means in the 0th position in the list you are having 2. In the first position you are having 5. In the second position the number 3 is there. In the third position we are having 10. So if 4 elements are there in the list, 4 elements are there, 0 to 3 only you are taking. That means for n elements we should take 0 to n minus 1 only. If 4 elements are there, you are taking the list elements starting from 0 to 3. Similarly, if n elements are there, you are taking from 0 to n minus 1. So this is what you have to do. Now we want to find the sum of all these elements. So the common logic is sum. Initially we will take one variable by the name sum, and the sum value is 0. Then what we do is, to this sum we will add these elements. Say for example L0, L1, L2, L3. In general I will call it Li. I will add this Li to sum and store the result again into sum. See, understand this. What happens here is, I am writing here, initially sum value is 0 plus I value is initially 0. So L0 means the element is 2. So you are having 0 plus 2. So this you are storing into again this sum. Now sum value is 2. In the next step, this sum value is taken as 2 plus this is L1. L1 means the element 5. So 2 plus 5 is 7. That 7 you are storing into sum. In the next step, this sum value will be 7 plus L2. L2 means 3. That is the element you are having. That is 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10. That 10 you are storing into sum. In the next step, this sum value will be 10 plus you are having the L3 element, that is 10. So 10 plus 10 you are storing again into sum, that becomes 20. So the final value of this sum in this algorithm will be 20. So that means 2 plus 5, you take this 2 plus 5 7 plus 3 10 plus 10 is 20. So what is the logic we used here? It's very easy. The logic is you have to repeat from 0 to n minus 1. This is one step, and you have to repeat this step. Sum is equal to sum plus Li. So these two steps, if you understand, you can write the algorithm very easily. Now let me write the algorithm. Step number 1, start. Step number 2, we have to input or take the list. So this list I am taking as L. And in the third step, I am taking some value as 0. Initially, some value is 0. The fourth step, I want to take n. So what is this n? N represents the number of elements in the list. So n is equal to, I can take it as a number of elements in L, that is n. Of course, if n represents the number of elements, that means 4 elements in the list, we have to take the loop from 0 to 3 only, that means n minus 1 only. So that is what we have to do. So this is the reason I am taking I value 0, and now I will use while loop. I will take I value 0 to n minus 1. N minus 1 means I have to take I less than n. Then do the following steps. That means please observe this. While I less than n means what? I value, I am not writing I is I less than or equal to n. If I less than or equal to n, then it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 4. But there is no fourth element. So I have to stop up to 3 only. N value is 4 means I should stop at 3. So I less than n, that means before n I should stop I values. So while I less than n, that means as long as I value is less than n, I am not going up to equal to n, I am just going up to less than n. Do means execute the following steps. What I am supposed to do is I have to take sum is equal to sum plus L of I. So this is what I have to do, and then increment I value by 1 because you have to go for the next element. Please observe when I is equal to 0, 0 less than, suppose here in the example I have taken n value 4 because 4 elements are there. So 0 less than 4, yes, true. Then do, that means execute the statements. Some value 0 plus L of 0, I is 0, so L of 0, L of 0 is 2. So 0 plus 2 I am storing into sum, that is 2. The next step I value is 1. Why? Because I is equal to I plus 1. I am incrementing I value by 1. So 1 less than 4. Yes. So the sum value is 2 plus L1. L1 is 5. 2 plus 5 is 7. I am storing into sum. Then I value will be 2. 2 less than 4. Yes. Then this is a 7 plus L2. L2 is 3. So 7 plus 3 is 10. I am storing 10 into sum. In the next step, I value will be 3. 3 less than 4. Yes. So the sum value is 10 plus this 10. 20. I am storing into sum. Then I value will be 4. 4 less than 4 is false. So you will come out. And sum value is 20. That 20 you will display after coming out of the while loop. Print sum and stop. So this is the way we can find the sum of the elements or values given in a list. Let me translate this algorithm into a Python program. To find the sum of elements in a list. That is my comment line in the Python program. Input the list L. So here I want to take the list. So directly I am taking the list. The values we have taken are 2 and 5, 3 and 10. These are the values I am taking. You may have a lot of elements like this in the list, but I have taken only 4 elements. Then you take some value 0. Then number of elements in the list should be taken in n. How can I get the number of elements in the list? There is one function in Python, len. Len represents the length of the list. So len of L will give you the number of elements in the list. It's very easy. Then you are having I value, that is taken as 0. Then in step number 6 in the algorithm, while I less than n, yes, while I less than n, colon, after the condition you have to write the colon, and after the colon you have to write the statements in the body of while loop. So sum is equal to sum plus L of I. So in this manner, Li means what? L0, L1, L2. All these elements you are adding to sum and storing the final result again into sum. And I have to increment I value by 1. So when I increment I value, initially I value is 0. Next I value will be 1, then 2, then 3. So L0, L1, L2, L3 you are adding to sum. So in this manner, you will repeat these two statements again and again. When I value is equal to n, you will come out of this while loop, and the final sum is available in the sum variable. So you display that. So print, here I can write sum of elements of the list. So sum of elements, comma, that sum value you have to display. This I am saving, file save and run module. So sum of elements is equal to 20. I have given the list already in the program. So it is adding all those elements and displaying sum of elements 20. That means 2 plus 5, 7 plus 3, 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. So that is what it is displaying here.